Tom Brady's coming back.
Hey. Yeah, this was stunning. This was not what I expected to happen.
How good do you think this team is going to be? Are they the team to beat?
Jason Light, the GM, Bruce Arians, the head coach, they kind of kept in contact, and they sort of let it be known that, if you change your mind, we'd still love to have you back.
When I talked to him on Sunday and said, it'd probably be helpful if this could get out at some point soon, so posted something online and social media, and and away we went.
You can't really put into words or quantifications what Tom Brady means to this organization and the team, but it obviously helps when you're talking to other players that Tom Brady's your quarterback.
The quarterback that's coming back is not only a 7-time champion, but damn, he just threw for over 5,300 yards, 43 touchdowns, just 12 interceptions, okay?
I'm coming back for my 23rd season in Tampa, unfinished business, LFG.
We were so close last year, and through all the injuries and everything, we still got there. It's that unfinished business of doing the job.
Players still typically like to play where they've been. A lot of these guys, they wanted to be here regardless, but having Tom come back, put it over the top.
Talking with Tom, it was just like, hey, let's try to get the band back together and go out and try to win football games. Tom is probably the greatest recruiter of all time, so we'll see what happens.
This is a crazy business where you find different markers to focus on that you kind of forget about it for now, what you've done, and you got to focus on what you're trying to still do and still accomplish.
Stenny, obviously in the Super Bowl run, he stepped in, and there was little to no drop off when he stepped in when Alex got hurt. We have great coaching staff with Goody and Joe, and obviously a great front office. So I'm sure we'll be back to firing full cylinders relatively quickly.
It is intercepted, picked off at the 50, to the 40, to the 35-yard line. It is Carlton Davis.
Carlton Davis, who's the best cover corner the Buccaneers have.
This is why they love Carlton Davis. Glad to have him back as he makes those plays.
Really? She don't care.
She's like, that's about right.
It's snack time.
We have a real chance at winning. We have a real chance at doing something amazing again, and that only creates longevity for one's career.
All right, here we go, y'all.
There was so much uncertainty until 2 or 3 days ago, and now it's like, wow, this looks like the same team we had 2 years ago and last year. So you can just kind of hear everybody on Twitter and social media just talking about Tom is back, we're going back to the Super Bowl, and everybody's signing back, and now it's like a real chance, and it feels like it was back in 2020 when he first signed. So I just can't wait to go out there and prove it again and really just stamp it, and let people know that, we're going to be good for a while.
Well, Carlton is a fantastic player. I've said long, I thought he was one of the top 10 corners in this league for a couple of years, and he's grown and grown. Great tackler, excellent man-to-man, very physical corner. He's got the length. He's got everything you're looking for to be a shutdown corner.
Having that same dog mentality that we had that Super Bowl year, where we were being told what we couldn't do, as opposed to being told you're the best and you guys, nobody can compete with you guys. So it's just lighting that fire up under us again and going out and competing every day in practice. And we got the guys back and we have the talent. All we need to do is put the work in, and it's in every one of our DNAs to put the work in.
We're obviously really excited today with Chris back in the fold with us. And I said back at the Combine, I know I speak for everybody here, that I can't imagine a Buccaneer team or offense without Chris. So just elated that he's back.
It wasn't really ever a question of if I wanted to come back or if they wanted me back. I felt like the respect was there mutually, and and the love was there mutually. But everything else, the business had to align. To be able to get a deal done it's special. We get to call Tampa home for a couple more years, and we couldn't be more thrilled about it.
To have Tom make his decision to come back, to have you back, to have Ryan back, to have Carlton back, even some of the additions they've made. Do you get just a sense of the positive surge there is and the excitement that comes with that?
I think it just restores faith in the Bucs fan base that like we're back, man, and we're not laying down for nobody.
You know, we're coming back to try to make it to the top of the mountain. And you need great players, you need great people to do that.
For us to be able to continue to have like the same core group of guys kind of year after year is impressive. You don't really have to spend as much time like, you know, starting to build a relationship. It's more so like nurturing the ones that you already have and growing those.
It means so much, not just as a football player, but a person in our locker room. But now we don't have to hurry him back.
Do your thing, bro. You a beast. Hey, bro, I was just telling Mike, bro. You and Mike, bro, y'all inspiring, bro. You feel me? Yeah, we watching y'all, dog. Real talk. Yeah, keep doing your thing, bro.
Tom reached out to me Monday night. Definitely caught me off guard. For a minute, I thought it was a prank. Just told me about, you know, what they have here in Tampa Bay and that he wanted me to be a part of it. Honestly, he didn't have to say much, but he definitely had me hooked on it after that.
Yeah, Russell is one of those guys that can do it all. And one of the main things he does is block. And they don't mention that a lot about receivers, but that's what Chris Godwin gives our offense. Our running game is good because our receivers block.
I think he's a tough player. I think he's not afraid of the moment. I think he's not afraid of contact. I think, you know, he wants to win. So I think that's going to be the first thing. But like he runs really good routes. He understands like how to separate from guys, you know, in man and zone. I think Bucs fans are going to be really pleased with what they see from Russell.
Now, we've been in discussions with a lot of these players, our players, well before this, and things were moving along pretty good. But it certainly helps when Tom comes back. It maybe helps things speed things along a little bit and get things done a little bit quicker.
Yeah, the number one thing about coming here was winning a championship, and that's what I'm here to do. Being a teammate of Tom, that's what he's about. So I was excited to have that opportunity, and that's what I'm playing for at this point in my career. And it makes a lot of sense. It's a great organization, but I think the championship, the opportunity to go compete for that and have a talented roster around me, I'll just come in, be a great teammate, do great things in the community, and win a championship.
To land in a spot like this with a winning organization and, you know, high caliber standard, and I mean, I'm excited to be here.
Shaq filled a huge void that we wouldn't have to go into the draft and say, hey, we got to draft a guard to start. Tristan was a freak. We're drafting Tristan to start. So yeah, that was huge for us to get Shaq.
I view myself as, you know, athletic lineman. So I was named after Shaquille O'Neal and Hakeem Olajuwon, who, like you said, were two giant centers. You know, I'm a short offensive lineman, so I mean, you know, I didn't get that from my namesake, but I mean, I think everything worked out well.
It's good that it's not a remodel and it's just a reload. I'm glad to be a part of that. But just to be able to be with this group of guys again, you know, with the leadership that we have and the caliber players that we have, and I know we're going to add some more talent.
There were 4 free agents. You're the first one. Sue and Steve and even Pat are still free. You can try and get them on the phone and get more of them back.
I've been texting those guys, you know. So hopefully they see this. Come on back, fellas. Let's run this thing.
Everybody wants to win. Not everybody's ready to grind it out, to do what it takes to prepare to win.
We always investigate everybody that's available, and we'll just have to see how it falls.